My name is Carla Valeria Castorena, and today I will be teaching you lesson 9.4 on how to graph and write equations of an ellipse. Before graphing and writing equations of ellipses, it is necessary to understand ellipses first. There are two equations of an ellipse. The horizontal, x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1, and the vertical, x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1. In both, a is greater than b. An ellipse is made up of 6 parts: the center, 2 foci, 2 vertices joined together by a major axis, 2 covertices joined together by a minor axis. It is important to know and understand the functions and locations of each of these terms before graphing an ellipse. Now we are going to learn how to graph an ellipse. In the following problem, we are given an equation and we are asked to graph and identify the vertices, covertices, and foci of the ellipse. The first step is to rewrite the equation into standard form. To do this, we need to divide each side by 100. The ending equation is x squared over 25 plus y squared over 4 equals 1. This is a horizontal ellipse, and thus a squared equals 25 and b squared equals 4. Once we know what a and b stand for, we can get the vertices and covertices of the ellipse. The vertices are 5, 0 and negative 5, 0, while the covertices are 0, 2 and 0, negative 2. In order to get the foci, we need to figure out the equation c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Once we plug in all the terms, we know that c squared equals 25 minus 4. And thus, the foci are square root of 21, 0 and negative square root of 21, 0. Now that we have everything that's necessary, we can begin to graph the equation. First, we plug in the covertices and vertices, and we form a circle. We unite them with the major axis and the minor axis, and then we plug in the foci, and you have graphed an equation of an ellipse. Now we're going to learn how to write equations of ellipses. Getting an equation given a vertex and a covertex. Because the vertex of this specific problem lies on the y-axis, we know it is a vertical ellipse with an equation x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1. Once we know the equation of the ellipse, we can substitute b for 4 and a for negative 3. Once we have plugged in everything, we know that the equation is x squared over 16 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. Solving an equation given a vertex and a focus. Because the given vertex and focus lie on the x-axis, we know it is a horizontal ellipse where a equals 8 and c equals 4. The second step is to get the covertices. Because we have the values of a and c, we need to try and find the values of b. So we plug in all the values to the equation b squared equals a squared minus c squared. And we know b equals square root of 48. Once we have all the variables for this equation, we can substitute those values into the original equation. The ending equation is x squared over 64 plus y squared over 48 equals 1. Now that you have learned how to graph and write an equation of an ellipse, I hope you have fun learning about conic sections. Thank you for your time.